Yo, are we live? I think we're live. What's going on, everybody? It is June 3rd, Tuesday. We got Corey Connors, host.
Good morning.
Packaging Podcast. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Life is good, my friend. How are you?
Amazing. And then, you got me, Avelio Matas, host of Packaging Unboxed. We've got
Adam. Don't tell Adam. Number 1 and number 2 on the show.
That's right. Number 1, number 2. Sorry, Adam. Adam's trying to connect. He's having some technical issues. Oh, there he is.
All right.
Let's bring him up here.
My normal camera is not working.
I don't know. What happened?
Arr. It's so sad.
It's probably because you don't have your overalls on.
Yeah, see.
I'm so angry at my camera right now.
Are you using your phone? What are you doing here?
No, it's the laptop. I got one of these fancy cameras. Look at this thing. It's supposed to be so fancy, you guys. So fancy. Yeah. And Chrome and Windows apparently hates Logitech. Logitech, help me. Why won't your stupid camera work?
There you go.
Hi, everybody.
I have a Logitech. It works great.
Yeah, well, you know what? Pin a rose on your freaking nose, Corey.
So done.
I missed the show for 2 days, and all of a sudden, the camera's like, "You're off the show, buddy." Maybe next time, try to be top 3 in Worldwide Packaging Podcast, and I'll work for you.
Exactly.
It's just gonna be number 4. You don't deserve me.
So if you're with Logitech or know someone over at Logitech, maybe they can help Adam out.
Send them to Utah.
Unboxing.
Help.
What do we got? We got Brian coming in from Chicago.
Hey, Brian.
Of the Brand Museum.
Yes.
Amazing place.
The Cubs and the Bears as well.
The Bears.
Absolutely. So let us know where you're watching, where you're coming from. We've got a bunch of people coming in from a lot of different places. We're covering 2 things today. Quick news. We got Nestlé and Ogilvy from Colombia. Self-packaging cheese. We'll kind of get into what that is. And if you're from Colombia, you're watching this morning and you are drinking your coffee or your hot chocolate, there's probably like some nice white melty cheese at the bottom of that cup. So,
oh my gosh, my computer hates me.
If you want to have coffee,
kick me off the show. I suck.
Colombians do. It's
what kind of cheese is it, Avelio, that they put in coffee? It's a very strange thing in my brain.
Dude, it is amazing. As soon as you're like, when your coffee's super hot and you put in your cream and your sugar, you drop a chunk of cheese in there. It can be like a whole milk cheese. So anything like a mozzarella, like a Munster, anything that's not super salty, but it's just going to absorb all that coffee flavor and melt into like something completely different than anything you've ever had.
It sounds fascinating. Yeah.
It is delicious.
Start the day with a little protein, it's a good idea.
Yeah, 100%. Texture is completely changed as well. It's not like melty pizza cheese. It's like it's a whole nother beast, man. It's amazing.
Man.
Now we're going to talk about the future of color matching. What do we got? I
like this comment from Matt. He tried out your advice.
Yeah, nice. I'd love to see it. Hope definitely share and add us to your post. What's happening with Google Flow is pretty amazing. Shared some examples of it yesterday. It's doing some crazy stuff. What's up, John Gregory? Another one from Chicago. We got Chris coming in from Colorado. So we're hitting quite a few different areas here. I'm going to try to add him back in here.
I was going on to YouTube to comment to let me back in.
He's back. Sorry for your technical difficulties, man.
You know what?
Yeah, getting over this.
It'll be okay. I've got some cheese in my coffee. I'm learning about Google Flow. I missed a lot apparently over the last.
Yeah, dude. Everything changed.
We've changed, Adam.
If you guys don't want me on the show anymore, just tell me.
We would like to consider you a full-time member again. So please join us.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe you can make it top 3. All right.
Nagasaki.
right, so first thing. Here's the thing: is I'm gonna add this to the stage. This is Nestlé Ogilvy Colombia introduces self-packing cheese.
It's a very dramatic video. If you're listening or watching, check this video out.
Yeah, definitely go to YouTube and you can watch us there because that's where we look best.
A new way, a new packaging, and it transforms the way we see and we conceive packaging.
Cheese is comfort food. We love it, but the planet doesn't.
No.
Right. So I don't know if you can hear that, but it's
we can.
Yeah, you can hear it clearly.
I can. I can hear it clearly.
Beyond plastic waste in the cheese industry, a major byproduct is whey. Billions of liters of whey waste are produced annually. If unmanaged, it harms ecosystems.
All right, so you can watch.
Can we talk about my camera problem some more?
No, you can go watch this. You can go watch this like super long video on cheese and how dramatic it is. And
I mean, bro, it's 1 minute and 40 seconds, and you're like, this super long cinematic video that nobody has time to watch for a minute and a half.
What is Ogilvy?
What has happened to our?
What's Ogilvy is a marketing agency. It's
okay.
It's one.
That makes sense.
It's one of the biggest on the planet at this point. It's David Ogilvy was copywriter, marketer extraordinaire, and that built out into a massive company.
Very impressive video. Very dramatic.
Do you think when the ingredient truck arrives and they're going through, the person unloads it and says, "This is the way"?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, okay, check." Yeah.
All right. So let's kind of get into what they did, right? I don't know if we can skip ahead here.
Oh, hey, what's up, Jared?
Here we go.
Guys, my friend Jared is watching.
Well,
perfect.
Too much way.
Too much.
Jared is like the greatest guitar player alive, in case you guys didn't know that.
Perfect.
Yeah, he can play guitar that will self-package cheese through the rhythm of the total vibrations. It's really good.
This is why you're not top 3. All right, so like sticking with packaging, this plastic packaging is basically made of a combination of different materials. You kind of go through like the article yourself and kind of learn about it, but it's PHA and the whey, right? They've combined it to create this new material.
Amazing.
Now, bioplastic is always one of those things that, like, for me is like I don't know. It's like, is this greenwashing or not? And I don't know how you feel about it, Corey or Adam, but like, what are your thoughts on?
I like PHA. It's a great innovation. It's the idea of using industrial waste to make packaging is absolutely brilliant and a huge part of the future of sustainable packaging, I think. So I commend the team at Nestle for this. I think it's great. And I think it's I think they're a leader in the space now because this is an incredible innovation.
Okay. Adam, what do you think?
I haven't done a lot of research on PHA, but I love the idea of industrial waste being repurposed for packaging, especially if it has an end of life that is easy to do. I was listening to actually the comedian that I posted real quickly hey, wait a second, real quick. But when he was talking about microplastics, but he had a little part of his bit where he was like, I know I'm supposed to recycle batteries, but I have never done it right one time because I just sit there like, this is bad, right? And I just throw it in the trash. I think a lot of people think that way about packaging. So if this is able to just go in the trash, like what do you, and then I'm going to guess it's just going to sit in a landfill for a very long time.
Yeah.
So 300 days.
Probably longer.
That's what this says.
There's no possible way that they can know that it's only going to sit there for 300 days because most landfills are created differently.
This will degrade in here's
probably in a compost environment, right?
In an industrial compost environment, it will break down.
Correct,
because that's what this requires. That's what the PHA requires. But if it's in the landfill, it will break down at some point. No idea how long that's going to take, whether it's years or months, unknown. But then in a landfill environment, it's going to release methane. Now, the amount of methane from this tiny little plastic isn't, insane.
It's like half a cow fart.
Right. 0.5
CF.
0.5 CF. That's the technical measurement. 0.25 CF is half a slice of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or 1 HF, which is a human fart.
But here's the all right. So, but here's the other side. Yeah, here's the other side of this thing. Is you're saying that they're using industrial waste to make this plastic.
Yes.
Cheese whey isn't industrial waste. Right? Like
it's a byproduct, right? Yeah, and it's often used to create like workout
protein powders.
Protein powders, yeah.
Yeah, other types. It's an ingredient that's used in in baked goods and breads and snacks, and so I mean it's something that definitely is used, and then it's also used for animal feed. And this is kind of the challenge with a lot of these plastics, where you have to ask, like, are we using these ingredients for food, or are we using this? Are we growing? Are we growing food, or are we growing
corn for PLA? Yeah, that's it's a little tough to justify sometimes. Yeah.
And I'm always a positive guy here, and I'm 100% behind everything. But
that doesn't sound right to me.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's the first thing that comes to mind is like, do we want to go and grow food, or do we want to grow, packaging? This thing has to be industrially composted. I kind of did a little bit of research with Chad GPT on PHA. It does break down in the ocean. So if this stuff ends up in the ocean, it does break down over time. It takes a little bit longer, but it does
actually turn into seahorses, live seahorses.
Yeah, it breaks down into water, carbon, but it leaves no microplastics. But the thing with that is, like, you don't want to think, oh, okay, I can take this. It doesn't matter where it ends up.
That's the rub. It's almost like they're encouraging littering, and I think that's a very dangerous precedent to set, because then people say, oh, you can just toss this on the beach. It's no big deal.
Yeah, when you're eating cheese on the beach, right? And then
beach cheese is perfect.
Little sand. No, but the thing, but the plastic.
That's my new favorite T-shirt. We're gonna.
the issue with the plastic and the water is is fish eating it, right? All things that happen with that. So fish can still eat this stuff.
Fish like cheese
and have the exact same problem.
They like whey. We're just gonna make really strong fish.
That's right. Oh, these fish will be so strong from the whey.
They'll be super buff. But that's the issue. Is requires industrial composting. You can't, this can go in the landfill just like any other plastic. It'll break down over a certain amount of time. Who knows how long? Chris is saying that Cove makes PHA water bottles.
That's good.
There's another material out there. It's called Time Plast. I can't remember if I brought this up before, but I talked to these guys. It's a company that can time how long it'll take for your plastic to break down from the moment they make it. So if you want it to break down in 3 years, if you want it to break down in 3 months,
under certain conditions, though, right?
I'd have to go back through, but yeah, I think it's like you can just I think you can literally compost, home compost, and it'll break down.
Yeah, I've heard of stuff like that, and it's often been disproven or shown to be less real than they're saying.
Yeah, but definitely, it's almost something that
sounds too good to be true, right? Yeah,
I like this negative Corey. That's kind of good.
Yeah, I'm turning over a new leaf. I've decided to hate everything. No,
okay, so much more fun. All right, look at a couple of comments. We got Jared saying reduction of microplastics in humans would be a huge win too.
Yeah, good point. This is a great point. It's ending up in our blood, in our all over the place in our bodies, and that's scary.
But maybe it's priming our bodies for the nanobots that will go in and keep us alive forever.
That's true.
So maybe the nanobots will feed off of microplastics,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll be like, oh, you should have had more microplastics in
That's
your
the
body.
fuel.
See, that's why I'm an optimist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, but they also say that, men have a lot of plastics. Like, I don't know, like check this out. Like, hang on. Excuse me, Corey.
Oh,
What are we doing?
Look at all this plastic I just pulled out of Corey.
Wow, you just pulled that out of him?
Yeah. Right out of the sack.
that hurt a little bit, but yeah. I appreciate it.
I don't know. Yeah, it'd be great to remove plastic from us, but humans are also putting a ton of plastic in ourselves, right? Like implants and all sorts of stuff that are happening now.
That's a good question from Chris. I think the answer is
Probably
not always, and that's the biggest issue with a lot of these new materials is they'll oftentimes require brand new machines to run on effectively, including the new paper, flow wrapping machines and things like that for these Nestle bars and things. So
yeah,
lots of progress being made, but huge investments, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, we say it's hue investments.
Yeah,
because hue is so valuable. We measure things in hue value,
units of hue.
Yes.
Yeah. No, and Brian asking whose responsibility is it for the packaging? Right? Is it the consumer, manufacturer?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have laws that will say it's the responsibility of the producer.
Right.
They're going to extend it.
Mm.
Be responsible for the producer. Hey, while I have your guys' attention, did you guys talk at all about Aldi and Oreo when I was gone?
Yeah.
Yes. All right,
great show. Great show.
I need to go listen to that show. Where would I go listen to a replay of that? Is it on the internet?
Yeah, it's
YouTube,
on the websites.
LinkedIn, everywhere.
Are we going to talk about color matching then? Because I was trying to transition us into the second topic because our host is normally pretty bad at that. So
yeah, let's talk about color matching before
color
matching.
Let's do it.
Hang on. Before color matching.
Hey, wait a second.
Wait a second.
Tariffs on aluminum and steel.
I'm so sick of tariffs. Golly.
Like just
they're gonna all be different tomorrow, anyways.
The cost of aluminum cans is skyrocketing. I don't know.
Yes,
sky's falling. Things are going bad.
It's aluminium. We've been approved to say it that way.
We have been.
Yeah,
by the English friends.
Mine was from 23andMe because I'm very British, according to 23andMe, who's now bankrupt.
Yeah, and they've sold your info to.
Oh no, I deleted it all. Don't you worry about that. I did all the deletions.
To the government.
You can't have my information. You can't know that I'm from Europe.
Yeah.
Internet.
All right. So this is Esko and X-Rite are partnering to do this AI-based color matching. Now, this is pretty cool. I talked to the team over at Esko on this. Uses AI. It's really crazy in terms of like what they're capable of doing. So just give you a quick breakdown on what this is. You can take your phone. You can take an X-Rite reader. You can take a picture of the press run. You can take a picture of packaging. So if I've got packaging on my desk, I can take a picture of it. I can run it through the software and it'll come back and tell me the color breakdown of what that needs to be if I'm trying to color match to that on a specific material.
For 4-color process. That's amazing.
Which is insane. They also have like this digital proofing system that's kind of a part of this as well. I can't get out of this.
So that little device for people watching would sit on a press operator's desk there at the end of the press, and they would put the sheets under that
bench. It's a bench. It's a work.
The bench.
Desks are for.
You say tomato, I say bench.
You say aluminum.
So that's what's used now, right? Something like that.
Yep. So. Yep. And I don't know. It's pretty cool. These guys are doing a ton of stuff.
Does it only work with Esko, or does it work with other? Is X-Rite going to integrate it in with other proofing softwares?
Well, it's Esko. It's an Esko product, right?
Right.
Esko offers a ton. I mean, they offer a ton of stuff for free as well. If you go there, they've got a ton of like plugins for different Adobe products, different software. So they I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
Super cool.
But one thing that these guys have, which is pretty awesome in terms of like the AI that they're deploying in some of the software that they're using, is, again, you can take a picture of a proof and it becomes like a 3D image. So you can like move it around and see the depth of a deboss. You can see the shimmer of a foil stamp that's been placed, that's been done.
That's really
impressive. You can do like this digital proofing through their software, which is insane.
So it'll be crazy because people will still reject the color.
Right.
Like, that's not. You've probably heard this story 1,000 times, but like people are like, that's not what it looks like on my computer screen. You're like,
I said red.
I don't know
Right.
what else to tell you. The red looks too depressed.
Yeah.
I need to inject a little bit more enlightenment into the red. It's like, I don't
make it pop.
You picked this color. Yeah. Can it just pop a little bit more, please? Shout out to all the graphic designers out there. You guys.
It's an incredible job.
Yeah. So much material wasted trying to make that red pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check it out. We'll put the link to these articles in here. Maybe I can do it now. Let's see. You guys can read a little bit about it yourself. I don't know if that works.
Yeah, it did. Congratulations. You posted
on the YouTube. It's not on LinkedIn. It's just on the YouTube.
God, he's doing great.
He's really crushing it right now.
I'm so proud of him.
I don't even need that fancy studio where I recorded my fancy studio podcast. I just need a Velio.
Yeah, Chris is right. Make the color pop. That's what we need to see.
All right, man. We're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna blow my nose about this stupid flu that's going around.
Oh, no.
Go check out the YouTube channel. I just had Nate Pachka on from Metza. We get into a couple different things. One of the things being recycled fiber board isn't always the most sustainable. We kind of compare it to virgin and why that's better.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh.
Fighting words for
Hot
sure.
Topic. Hot take.
Hot take. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Go check that out. That's a pretty good show. It's pretty fun. Corey, what do you got coming up?
Recent podcast with 3M. Very exciting. Julianne Strong.
Rihanna?
3M. Yeah.
Oh.
Rihanna was on there and she sings and it's wonderful. But she also talks about the latest products from 3M and their sustainable packaging line, which is really impressive.
Nice. What about you, Adam?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my camera to work. So I'm a little behind the 8 ball apparently here.
Big day.
Yeah, I got a pretty big day. I did just interview the co-founder of Blue Unicorn, which is a protein bar company here in Utah. It's part of the now famous Utah Bar Wars because they are being sued by Built Bar. So yeah, it was we didn't really talk too much about the lawsuit. We just talked about the brand and what they're doing. So it was a fun conversation. I should have that podcast out anytime between now and 8 weeks from now.
Because you got a lot to do with your camera.
I gotta get my camera. I have 3 naps to take before I go to bed.
Busy. Pirate ship to drive around. Yeah.
Guys, I'm so busy. Oh my gosh.
OMG. All the best to you, Adam.
All right, guys. Do us a favor. As you saw yesterday, yesterday we did our viewer pack review where you submit packaging and we'll review it. We've got some more packaging that's been submitted. We'll review that either later this week or we'll do it on Monday again next week.
Are we not calling it "Show Us Your Package"? Is that not what we're calling the?
No, we're not.
Segment. Okay.
It didn't pass.
That got voted down.
No.
That didn't.
Yeah. LinkedIn.
Sorry, everybody. I tried. I guess.
Yeah.
We'll try something else. Stick to cow farts.
But then definitely, if you got some packaging you want us to take a look at,
send it over.
That's right.
Send us your packaging. That's still, it doesn't.
No, doesn't have a good ring. All right, guys, we'll see you.
No.
See you tomorrow.